Mastering asset management auditing. Auditors and stakeholders are blind to asset risks unless the organization exposes them. When asset management auditing procedures are being carried out, what is the established process within the organization for identifying, reporting, and resolving asset-related risks and issues that its auditors and stakeholders need to be aware of? Within an organization, the established process for identifying, reporting, and resolving asset-related risks and issues is a crucial aspect of asset management auditing procedures. This process is typically outlined in the organization's asset management policy, which provides a framework for managing and mitigating risks associated with asset ownership and operation. The first step in this process is risk identification, where potential risks and issues related to assets are identified and assessed. This involves a thorough review of asset-related data, industry trends, and regulatory requirements to identify potential risks, threats, and vulnerabilities. Risk identification can be carried out through various methods, including risk workshops, brainstorming sessions, and review of historical data. Once risks have been identified, they are assessed and evaluated to determine their likelihood and potential impact on the organization. This involves assigning a risk score to each identified risk, based on its likelihood and potential impact. Risks with high scores are then prioritized for further analysis and mitigation. The next step is to report identified risks and issues to relevant stakeholders, including auditors, asset managers, and senior management. This is typically done through a risk register, which provides a centralized repository of all identified risks and issues. The risk register should include details such as risk description, risk score, risk owner, mitigation strategies, and progress updates. When reporting risks and issues, it is essential to provide clear and concise information to stakeholders. This includes providing an explanation of the risk, its potential impact, and proposed mitigation strategies. Reporting should be done in a timely manner, and stakeholders should be informed of any changes or updates to risk status. Resolving asset-related risks and issues is a critical aspect of the established process. This involves developing and implementing mitigation strategies to reduce or eliminate identified risks. Mitigation strategies can include risk avoidance, risk transfer, risk reduction, or risk acceptance. The chosen strategy should be based on a cost-benefit analysis, and its effectiveness should be regularly reviewed and evaluated. Asset managers and risk owners are responsible for implementing mitigation strategies and monitoring their effectiveness. They should also ensure that all stakeholders are informed of progress updates and any changes to risk status. Auditors play a critical role in reviewing and assessing the organization's risk management process. They should evaluate the effectiveness of risk identification, assessment, reporting, and mitigation strategies. Auditors should also review the risk register to ensure that it is comprehensive, accurate, and up-to-date. In addition to auditors, other stakeholders, including senior management and asset managers, should be aware of the established process for identifying, reporting, and resolving asset-related risks and issues. This includes understanding their roles and responsibilities in the risk management process and ensuring that they provide necessary support and resources to implement mitigation strategies. To ensure that the established process is effective, organizations should establish a continuous monitoring and review process. This involves regularly reviewing and updating the risk register, assessing the effectiveness of mitigation strategies, and identifying areas for improvement. Continuous monitoring and review enable organizations to respond quickly to changing risk landscapes and ensure that asset-related risks and issues are effectively managed. In conclusion, the established process for identifying, reporting, and resolving asset-related risks and issues within an organization is a critical aspect of asset management auditing procedures. This process involves risk identification, assessment, reporting, and mitigation, and requires the active involvement of auditors, asset managers, and senior management. By following this process, organizations can ensure that asset-related risks and issues are effectively managed, and stakeholders are informed of potential risks and mitigation strategies.